Hey everybody, back on the trail today. We are in the Galitzin State Forest, Babcock Division. We are heading out to do the John P. Saylor Trail. Great trail. I have never done this one before. We got Finners back in action, and today I have my wife Steph with me. So we're gonna do a good overnight trail, about 18 miles. We're gonna see how this plays out. Here we go. This is our look at first start of the trail as we're getting into our hike here. You can still hear the road, but the forest in here is beautiful. We're in what's considered, I guess, a highland bog. And what's cool on this trail so far is they have these little plaques that tell you like what the trees are. So like there's an eastern hemlock, so that's pretty cool. The ferns are really nice, and so far the trail is, if it's like this, it'll be very pleasant and not too bad, but that all can change, so we'll see what's on ahead. Here's a pro hiking tip for you. Always bring an extra pair of socks. And make sure you waterproof your shoes. We had a good bit of rain, and as you can see, this trail here is like a little stream now, so you just never know what you're going to encounter. And especially if you're through hiking, having a nice pair of dry socks to start the day or rest in is a major comfort. And socks don't take up that much room, and they're not that heavy. The trail is beautiful though. It is a beautiful day to be out. Come down the hillside into this really pretty meadow. You can see the blazes up there. We're following the John P. Saylor is orange. I'm not sure what the blue one is, but we just came down off the mountain onto this like ridge, I guess, because we're still not fully to the bottom, nowhere near really. And this was just really pretty in here.
Just adjusting.
There you go. This is an awesome little stream here. It's just all sandy bottom. If you look up in the woods, like the forest floor is just sand all the way through there along this creek. Really pretty, really cool. It looks incredibly inviting and soft to lay down there in the sand. Huh, Finner, I know you want to. So we've come across what we're calling, Steph dubbed, a trail treasure. And I mean this beautiful sandy creek bed in this amazing bit of forest. It's just magnificent here. And of course, when you find this, you gotta come check it out. Ah, Finner! His favorite thing, and he found a deep spot. But it's just so beautiful in here. So to make the trail 18, you got to do this loop, and to do that, you've got to cross this drawbridge. Oh, just go. Very cool though. You're almost there. Come on, Finner. This is wonky. I really like it. Finn does not. All right, I'm putting this phone down for this. This is like, seems to me like an old railroad bed that we're on here. How the trail is like up here on this relatively straight and level path just cutting through. Could be an old mining railroad, but just how they did it, they could have just purposely built this up like this just for the hiking experience, but that's a pretty solid rock wall for just hiking. Either way, it is super pretty in here. Being in this bog, this ground, it doesn't look it. It is super wet and super squishy.
Yep.
So, had to get that horsefly off my hand. So glad that they put in this awesome gangplank, because crossing all this would have been miserable. Oh, check it out, the wild glizzies. And now we're on the stone path to get through the bog. What an awesome trail. We made it to lunch, where we're gonna take a little break and get some food. Got our little tarp and got some snacks going. If we did need it, somebody did leave a frying pan, and there is a fire pit. We have an excellent fresh water source down there. So all in all, this is a great little meadow to stop, take a break, and refuel, get some snacks. This is an awesome like freeze-dried or MRE meal insulator. Really easy to make. I'll go over that one later. There's also tons of other videos out there, but that'll definitely save you some cooking time. So we're just gonna relax and be back on the trail here after a while. Oh man, these ferns are awesome though. Your trail name might be Boomerang. Because I never saw that. And I just missed that one. It is pretty in here though. Some of the parts on this trail, if they didn't blaze it, I said if they didn't blaze parts of this trail, Yeah, it sure would. I'm not taking them. Last stretch of day one in this beautiful, beautiful grassy meadow. Not too hot. By the time we stop, we'll probably be around 10 miles or so. And we just have a couple 100 yards where we make camp back to the creek at the old swinging bridge, and miles are starting to wear on us a little bit. Pack's getting a little heavy. Really looking forward to breaking for camp. We found this beautiful spot already prefabbed for us. Fire pit, lines for the hammock, places to hang your gear. So we got all our gear hung up. Finn's chilling, having his dinner. Oh, that's gonna be like a massage. It's cold, but it's gonna feel so good here just on this little beach island. Feels good to get the packs off, be set up, and just ready to just enjoy a nice evening and relax. Good morning. We had a pretty miserable night. There wasn't rain in the forecast, but it rained a lot. Thank heaven for these, I don't even know how to say it. I'll just show you the logo. Jaquia? I don't know. But anyway, they're an awesome sleeping bag that you can get on Amazon. You can see the sun there. Boiling our water, gonna make some coffee, make some breakfast, warm up, get moving. This is how you make camp coffee. You take your coffee filter and tie it around the top of one of your cups. You boil water in the other cup. You put the coffee in there, and then you just add the water slowly. Let it do its thing. And that's how you get camp coffee. Ain't that right, Finner? Alright, morning, day 2. Finishing up our spam and letting our fire burn out. How you feeling? How you think you're gonna do today?
Cold, a little sore. I don't know. We'll find out.
We going for the finish, or are we going back?
Gotta go for the finish.
That's what I want to hear. All right.
You might have to drag me the last, mile.
You heard it there, folks. We are going for the finish. So we're gonna clean up our camp, finish our breakfast, and I'll see you on the trail. Very, very scenic area here. The little creek that we're on there, back there, got really deep. Be a really cool place to camp, swim. It's really not that hot right now, incredibly. No, the other day it was 90 degrees and now it's like barely. We have a wonderful trail ahead of us. a little bit damp and mucky on the trail, but you just got to be prepared. That's why I say bring extra socks. All right, we're gonna get through the mud. Ton of marshland, highland marsh, bog type environment, but it is very pretty. And worth the time to go dip. Whoa, tree looks like giant fingers just sliced through the woods. I love the ferns. They just make the woods so green and fluffy. Oh, stream on the trail. Good boy. Let Fenner get a drink. Look at all the all those white floating specks just out in the marsh. Looks like wild cotton. And I mean, they're real fluffy, kind of like bulrushes or cattails, and they're just really super pretty to look at. Just these floating cotton balls. I don't know what their name is. I wish I did. I'm not the greatest at flora and fauna. Nonetheless, very cool and probably a very good fire starter. You gotta love it when trail crew knows how marshy your trail's gonna be. So they just build this beautiful boardwalk for you. This is not a hard trail to hike. This is like a trail for everybody. The scenery is beautiful right now, 1st of September. This is just loving it today. And I love these boardwalks. This is a more mature forest. Seeing lots of big trees. The trail is like an arrow right now and just very forgiving and really wonderful to go down. So far this is a very good day. That can change though out on the trail, so be thankful for the easy times. and very nice because it can turn around and be the opposite. It's like we just walked 1,000 yards in a straight line. It's like awesome how they cut this in. Like, it's hard to see, but all the way down that tunnel, like, it's just straight as all could be. Oh, they're saying cross creek on the rocks. This little stream in the laurels, though, just winds along the path, and it's awesome. Sit rep, we are almost 13 miles in, all told. Around 10 yesterday, 3 today so far. Temperature has been great. The weather has been excellent. Today, not last night. Rain. And the trail has been very forgiving. And the woods have been beautiful. So, going really good so far. Nice little sign. Came from there. Popping out onto here, still on trail. We're about, just looked, not counting where we went off trail, we're approaching our 14-mile marker. If you add the mile that we did off trail. This terrain here is pretty cool. Back into the scrub bog terrain. This here is probably the worst terrain that we've seen, where you actually get some boulders on trail, and kind of what PA is famous for, hiking. But other than that, the woods are still very, very pretty. Here's some mature mountain laurel. Absolutely awesome trees. One of my favorites. Ooh. This is probably about the toughest little section of trail. And if that's all that's all the worst that it is, this is just a really great trail to get out and do the John P. Saylor. The terrain has changed yet again. Now we're seeing more big rocks and bedrock. Big pine forest surrounded by pretty much an impenetrable wall of young pines. And off we go. Alright, so scratch what I said earlier. This is now the toughest bit of terrain. But it's very cool. like isn't anything that anybody could get out and do this. So I encourage you to. Awesome boulder section here. This is a pretty popular day spot area. A lot of people come up here. It's called Wolf Rocks, and there's some pretty awesome cliffs and stuff that we're not gonna go get into, but if you want to come check it out, go for it. These are actual wolf rocks up there. It's about, some of them are stand over 80 feet tall. This part of the trail though is boulder madness. Yeah. Fun stuff. There we go. Okay. What? Finn, what is your deal, dude? He loves rocks. Rocks. No, like when we take him hiking at home and he and I find big rock faces like this, he gets so excited and he loves to climb and run and jump and climbing around it. See if he wants to go to the rocks. That's his favorite. Everything's his favorite. Yep. We're going this way. This is a great little mountain stream with a very serene little bend in it. We're on the last leg of the trail. And it's starting to feel pretty good. We made it to the end. Yeah. Last couple miles are rough. Always are. So right there's the parking lot. She's trucking along. Did super awesome. And we made it. We did it. Final mileage, probably somewhere around 20. So pretty good for 2 days.